All right, so we are now recording. So welcome everybody to the owners meeting. I'm going to do a quick code of care. So we show that we care by putting the needs of our customers first, by always having a positive and helpful attitude, by treating everyone and everything with respect, by living our code of values. We enjoy life in the process. All right, so welcome. And we're going to jump off here. We're going to start off a little bit. I sent an agenda out 20 minutes ago, so you guys can understand where we're going. So the first things first, MSAs. So for the most of you that are on the call, I don't have any issues with MSAs, so thank you for getting them in on time. If you need a reminder, please write down a reminder that MSAs are due on the 10th of each month. Okay, so and that's your monthly sales analysis for your royalty report. If there's any questions about that, you can text me or email me offline, and we can go from there. PTO. I will be on PTO from the 13th through the 22nd. I will be up in Idaho, enjoying the mountains, followed by a lot of golf, followed by a lot of heat. Because here in Texas, it's like 85 degrees. It's been raining for the last 3 days, and before that, we had a week rain for week and a half. I know, like Biloxi and Mobile, everybody has had so much rain. Corey and everybody down the south. We've been bombarded by rain. So we're actually nice and green, and the Pacific Northwest, where I'm heading to, is not. They haven't had rain for over a month. So it's going to be a complete change. But nonetheless, it's going to be fun. So if you guys need me at all, the 13th to the 22nd, please feel free to email me, text me. I'm going to have my computer on. I'm up in the mountains, so my service isn't that great. So I won't be able to do a video call, but I will be able to answer my phone calls still and do emails and everything else. So if you guys need anything, please feel free. Just because I'm on PTO doesn't mean I'm not going to answer you. All right. And the week following that, I'm going to be traveling. So I will be traveling down to Louisiana, and then Mississippi, and over to Alabama. So I'm going to go see a few folks there the last week of July. So yes, our traveling is back up and going. You guys probably will hear in the next few weeks when I'll be coming to your guys' sites, and we'll go from there. Any questions about traveling or PTO or anything else? Again, please feel free to email me or text me. Just because I'm doing those things doesn't mean I'm not going to communicate, because I will. I do have to travel in between days of back and forth, so I'll be on the road. And so please feel free to shoot me a text and ask me if you want to visit for a while. I'm happy to. All right, new and upcoming events for the grounds guys. Holiday lighting training is tomorrow and Thursday. 1 to 5 is the time. And then we're going to do a follow-up meeting July 23rd. You guys will hear about that afterwards. We're going to do a Friday, instead of the Friday webinar, it's going to be a follow-up, and we're going to talk about tear down questions and a few other things. I'm going to send an agenda out on Facebook this evening for what we're going to see in the next 2 days. I'll probably send one out for the follow-up meeting as well. So you'll be seeing holiday light training go out this evening to either your emails if you're actually in the class, and then on Facebook to try to pull some more folks in. If you guys have questions about holiday lighting, please let me know. But if you haven't signed up, please do, especially being part of my region and I'm the one running it. If you guys have any interest, or if you're newer, please get in there and get signed up.
Was the sign up part of that email you sent, I think, last week? With
yes,
many different things. Okay, I didn't understand the sign up. I apologize. I'll go take a look at it.
It's always in the link. So feel free just to click on one of the links. It doesn't matter anymore. Just click on one, and in fact, I can send you another one out, Phil, that just has the sign up link itself.
I got it. I don't delete my emails. So,
okay good. Okay. Then, yeah, you should be good. Just click on any of them and just do the sign up. You'll be good to go. Again, holiday lighting is from 1 to 5, and I did that for everybody. We have a lot of people on the West Coast, up in Washington State, that are going to join us that are new owners. So I was trying to be able to work around their time frame as well. So with that being said, again, even if you don't buy holiday lighting, it's still a pertinent training to go to. You need to go to the training. It's part of our vertical, and Josh is going to talk more about that on the town hall, which is the following week. So it's the 14th. Everybody should be writing it down. The 14th of July is the town hall. It's from 1 to 2 Central Time. That's the town hall. So Josh is going to talk about a little bit more about some battles that he's been working through for our brand, which is really exciting news. And he's been winning for us. So it's really exciting. I'll let him fill in the info though next week. I don't want to spoil the good news. All right. So as far as current season subjects, so I wanted to start off our conversation with project cash flow and down payments. And Ben, shoot, I'm going to have you jump on here real quick, and I'm going to ask Ben, in regards to projects, I know we talked about it on the phone just a little bit ago, but can you kind of give me an overview of understanding on when down payments come into play, on which projects, and give me your process if you wouldn't mind, please.
We simplified the whole thing across the board, Eddie. And Stephanie doesn't have her camera on, but she's more responsible for this than me. But across the board, any project work, doesn't matter the size of it, is a 50% deposit. That holds your spot on the calendar the day that it's paid. Your time does not start until we receive a deposit. Because if we tell you 3 to 4 weeks, but you wait 2 weeks to decide, we could have sold 3, 4 more jobs by that point. Now you might be 5 to 6 weeks out. So your time starts when you make your deposit, and then the other 50% is due upon completion. Like I said, it's no project size makes a difference on that. I mean, if it's like I told you earlier on the phone, if it's a really large job, we might do a third. But I mean, we're talking much larger scale jobs at that point.
Yep. So that's a good point. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. So it doesn't matter what size the project is, even if it's a $500 project, he still asks for that 50% down. So in that way they can then get them on the schedule. It's a great process. I really enjoy the idea of, as soon as they pay, that's when you get to put them on the schedule, right? And then hold that to them, that 50% down. Some other folks like to do a third. If you guys have questions about that, feel free to email Ben, and he can be a little bit more explicit on what he means by that. Is there any questions at all that we have? Anybody?
I have a question on what do you give them when they give you 50% down? Because I typically just kind of give them a brief proposal. You're going to get so many plants, so many of this, so many of that, and here's the price. And once they agree to that, then I'll go ahead and do a design and go into the plant list and all that stuff. What do you do?
I mean, we keep it simple for the most part. We'll hand them the proposal. It'll say the details. I mean, we'll list out what we're going to do in the client notes. If somebody asks for a design, I mean, we'll start doing some of that. I mean, once we get into it, people used to ask for it up front, but if you're going to spend the time doing it up front, they got to have a little bit of skin in the game as well. But I mean, other than that, once they sign the proposal, we send them a deposit invoice and a receipt that their deposit's paid, and just go from there.
Okay.
Daniel, is that kind of what you do there?
We normally have been taking 30% down, and then we take usually the other 20% when we show up on site for the first day, and then the other 50% upon completion.
Okay. You find that's working well where you're at?
Yeah, it works well here. I mean, most landscapers here don't even take a deposit at all, period. So, but we do at least take the 30% down, and then 20% when we show up on site the first day.
Okay. And Wayne, what about you? What do you do?
She just sold one yesterday for an outdoor kitchen, and the guy will probably give us the first 50% and then this week. We were just discussing it. So she's a good salesperson. See, she's right here. So She did it. She did an excellent job, Marcus. You'd be proud of her.
That's good. I can't wait to come see.
I just have to show up on the site with her and just keep my mouth shut, and she does all the work.
Yeah. At least you know to keep your mouth shut. You know, every once in a while. That's good. The wife will get you. That's wonderful. All right. Anybody else have anything to put in to the conversation, or is everybody else good? We're good. All right. Let's jump into the next, which is all maintenance or nothing. The reason why I put all maintenance or nothing is Bo Tanner had a great story that I wanted him to share. He just told me today, and I was sharing with Bo about the way that we're moving our business training week, and we're developing our new owners as we're going to strictly focus on all full service maintenance. Right, full maintenance service, and then and we're pushing that as a whole, going across the board. And Bo, can you come off mute? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You want to share your story?
Sure. So we had a person. They called us in and said, "Hey, I need maintenance on my property." And of course, not our sales girl, but our CSR answers the telephone, goes through her normal script of, "Hey, this is what we've got. This is what we're doing. This is all we're accepting. And our normal monthly is around $350 and for whatever it is." So, of course, the guy on the telephone said, "Well, I believe that my property's probably double to triple that amount." So I get out to this house. We're on the river, so this house is over probably like 2 acres of grass to mow, not very much beds to maintain. So I put together a quote. The quote ends up being like $14 something or $1,500 a month. So it was $16,000 for the bid. So I turn it into the guy, and of course we start talking, and he calls me back, and he was like, "Well, can I take this out and this out because I'd rather it be down to about $10.50." And I ended up just pretty much telling him, "Sir, you know, we don't do it that way, because if we take out spraying, then it's unfair, because you're going to be calling me constantly because we're going to have weeds somewhere or weeds in bed." And I said, "I just don't feel comfortable in giving you a product that I can't maintain to the highest quality." And of course the guy, you know, agrees with me, and he says, "You know, I really do appreciate you doing it that way, but and I respect that, but I can't do it." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but that's probably where we're at." So I ended up giving up that $1,500 a month contract, because I want to stay with what we've got, because we've got other, you know, close to 60 something accounts that have the same thing. And I was just like, man, I had a gut feeling that I really wanted to, but then I said, you know, it's not following what I've been trying to establish. So I turned it down, which sucks, but it is the way that it is.
Yeah, that's a lot to turn down.
Yeah, 16,000 would be nice to add to the bunch, or even 13,000. But I mean, if it wasn't there, it's not there. So.
That's right. Yeah, and another thing I've talked about this past week was cleanups, and somebody had told me that you know, if you're not charging them for their first cleanup before you go do the property, you're going to lose out on your first 3 months of profitability, straight up. And I'm not sure who told me that. I'm sure it was somebody. Maybe it was Ben or John, or I don't remember who it was. Corey. It was Corey. That's right. Yeah, I remember somebody there. I talked to all of you guys in the same amount of days. But again, Corey he's spot on. So if you're not charging for the cleanup, the first cleanup before you go out and do their maintenance and their property is just a complete mess, you're literally going to walk away your first 3 months maintenance on a zero profitability. So that's another thing to truly understand is, don't leave yourself empty-handed. Don't cut yourself and make yourself bleed out for your business, right? We're doing it for a reason. We're doing it for profitability, and we need to understand how to get that net profit, and that's part of it. So a big thing with Bo Tanner is, listen, if the customer is going to call you back because the grass isn't green is where I'm used to it, I'm going to have a major problem with that as a customer. So Bo went ahead and took that to the next point, saying, Mr. Brian Jones, whatever his name was, I don't even know. But Mr. Customer, I'm not able to fulfill your needs because you're not able to meet the expectations of our business, right? Which is a full service maintenance. Another thing goes with irrigation. How many of you guys on irrigation don't have full control over people's irrigation when you're putting sod down? And then they'll call you back and say, well, I want you to put brand new sod in at your cost. A lot of people here on the call have dealt with that directly this year. I know for a fact. And you have to make sure that irrigation works prior to. You want to make sure and run it. You also want to be able to make sure and maintain all of that. All right, with that being said, time management issues.
Wait, Marty.
Oh,
there's a wonderful little clause in the terms and conditions that say new sod won't be guaranteed if we don't maintain the sprinkler system. So that's one of those all or nothing things. So we'll put it in all day long, but if we don't maintain, the rest of it, there's no guarantee.
absolutely. Corey, do you guys do the same thing with your sod when you're guys putting in? Do you guys require them to do fertilization as well on their maintenance package to make sure the grass is kept up? No? Okay.
No, we do for landscapes and sod. We'll do if we don't install and maintain the sprinkler, but we don't require fertilization.
Okay. How many of you guys require fertilization when you're putting sod down?
How many of you guys require fertilization when you put sod down?
Anybody?
I've been doing soil samples and then going in and amending the soil because usually the pH is off and it might need a few minor elements. So I do that as the final step before I lay the sod, and I let them know that I charge them for it, but I let them know what we've done. And then I just, tell them, hey, if you want me to come back in 3 months and run fertilizer over it, give me a call, but I don't really do anything more than that.
Okay. That's probably a good, useful tool to have, especially in Florida, is the soil samples, right? Ben, do you guys do anything like that? Stephanie?
I'll do soil samples if people request it, but we do the same thing. We added in our terms and conditions that sod is a living product. I'll coach somebody along the way. We've had a couple. I went and looked at a yard today that we resodded back in May, and we give them the option to go with us for turf care afterwards. But I'll coach them along and try to tell them what to do. But once we leave, it's not our responsibility if we don't maintain.
Okay, that's good. Anybody else have anything? Any other questions or any other input? Yes, Wayne, go for it.
We've been putting in some fairly large landscape irrigation, sod, drainage, and I tell them if you want us to warranty any of the plant material, we have full control over it for at least the first year. So we're doing one now for about 150, give or take, and that will be my closing argument for us to get the maintenance, so that we can monitor the irrigation system and for the grass and the plant material.
And you're spraying prior to putting down sod.
And spraying prior to putting, like Susie said, we go in and remove all the grass by chemical means, so we don't leave any roots and stuff in the ground. But yeah, I think it's something we could all do. It's like it's a good way to get an additional maintenance contract by requiring that we do the maintenance, guys, on the landscaping and the lawns.
Yes, absolutely. Daniel, what do you guys do for sod? You require the actual irrigation if you're going to warranty the sod? No. You forget where your mute button was. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we don't actually push it, but we will. We do a soil sample before we install any plants or sod, and then we do also require them to let us go through the irrigation if they have it, make sure it's working properly. If not, then we recommend on installing it. And we will not cover any kind of sod that or plants if it does not have irrigation on site. And then we will try to get the maintenance contract on after we do an install.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Any other questions? Brandon, you guys can ask questions at any point. Feel free, even if you're brand new and have never experienced anything. Same with Alan. Barry, you guys, same thing. So again, if you guys have questions through any of this, just jump in and ask. You guys can also email the other franchisees. Brandon, you want to jump off and introduce yourself real quick?
Yep, I'm Brandon. Down in the Tampa area, specifically Riverview. Brand new to landscaping and franchise ownership, and excited to get started and hopefully hit the ground running.
And you're going to be open by the end of this month. Is that correct? Is that what we're shooting for?
Yeah, I think the target date is August 1st.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So welcome, Brandon, to the Tampa area. Is Barry, can you hear me?
Hey, Marcus. Yeah, sorry, my camera's having issues, but Barry Harley, 30 minutes north of Atlanta in Swanee, Georgia. As Brandon, I'm new to landscaping and new to franchise ownership. Spent about 17 years in corporate America with a company called Granger Industrial Supply, and excited to join the team and looking forward to being a part of the team. So thanks, Marcus.
Absolutely. And you guys are supposed to be around August as well, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Looking for middle of August.
All right. Wonderful. All right. And Tiffany. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Wonderful. All right. Look, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Tiffany Cook, and my husband and I, his name is Joseph Cook. We purchased an existing grounds guys down here in McDonough, Georgia, which is about 25-30 minutes south of Atlanta. We do not have any experience in lawn care, landscaping. We do have another business, but it's completely different from this. And we started officially on May 3rd. That's when we took over this franchise from the existing owner. And it's been great. It's had its challenges trying to do training as well as running the business at the same time, but it's been good.
Yes, they took over the existing business in McDonough from the existing owner. So that's exciting. They're in their new facility as of the 1st of July, correct?
Yes.
Yep. And so they're working. They already have a couple of crews and quite a book of business. So and they're looking to grow it, which I'm very excited. They're actually right next door to Tim Shields. Tim's in Peachtree City, south of Atlanta as well. And I see Bafana's on. So I have some Atlanta folks on here, which is good. So welcome. Anybody else that I missed that's brand new? I don't see anybody else. Alan, hey. I see you were trying to do it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was trying to skip out.
Yeah, I see that.
We are here right outside of Memphis, on the outskirts of Memphis. And we are, same story, new to the industry. We have a couple of existing businesses and looking to get into something a little more, I guess, stable, you would say. So, and I'm looking forward to going and spending some time with Bo Tanner this Friday, I believe. We had discussed last week to go and see him do his thing, I guess, for a day and hopefully get some good insights.
Absolutely.
I think we'll be getting started in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yes. Yep. A few weeks, you guys are going to be off to the races. So right around that August, March as well. when you go see Bo, make sure and give him a lot of heck for us. We all love to see Bo squirm, right? Or all of us on the call. No, I'm just teasing. All right, is everybody signed up for reunion? Can I get a thumbs up from everybody if everyone's signed up for reunion, please? Tiffany? Tiffany has to sign
I'm gonna
up.
do it today. I'm gonna
Okay,
do it
good.
today.
All right, Sean's good. I know Corey's good. Everybody else good that I can't see? Tim, you guys are good, right? Bafana? James? Everybody good?
I don't know. I thought I'd signed up a long time ago, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I would double check. If you have questions, make sure to email Heather. Okay, she will take care of you guys. All right, from there, let's jump into, I was gonna ask a question for time management. And I know 'tis the season, right? And our time management's quite hectic. And as owners, we're pulled about 15 different directions, even though you have a manager. So I want to know what's some things that we can help each other out with, or even the new folks that are going to be coming in with time management. How do you guys, as the owners, how do you guys go through your day-to-day, your weekly task list, or your monthly task list? How do you guys keep on track? So I'm going to jump in and I'm going to ask John, Mr. John.
We call Ben and Stephanie and ask them what they do. No, I'm kidding. That's partially true. No, they've helped us out a lot. But one of the things that's been helpful for us is we have a weekly just workflow meeting. And so I predominantly do the sales. I've got another guy that does the management, the production of all of our stuff, and then we've got our CSR. So every week, every Tuesday morning, we meet together to go through everything. We just literally walk down the steps in GG Pro from estimates to in progress to, on down the list. And that way we kind of catch anything throughout the week that might have been missed. Doesn't mean that's the only time we're working on that, but that's kind of our checkpoint to see where are we at with this job? Have we collected our deposit money? Do we need to follow up with this customer on an estimate and things like that? So we go over a lot of things. We even go over our to-dos during that time as well. Make sure we have a time to check on those. And usually me and the manager get chewed out by the CSR because we haven't followed up on something that week. But anyway, that's a good checkpoint for us to make sure that we're not letting anything slip through the cracks. So
absolutely, that's great. Daniel, you have anything to add to that?
Not right now, I don't. I mean, we're short our production manager right now, so we're trying to fill that position and get back on track. So it's more or less just kind of me, taking care of it right now until we get that position filled again. Mm-hmm. We were usually doing like meetings every Monday morning though, going over the same stuff like John was mentioning, doing that every week and then following up with their to-do stuff like that also.
Yep, that's good stuff. Stephanie, how about you?
I kind of help keep things flowing all throughout. I keep a list of all jobs that we have on the board that we've collected deposits from, and I have the dates that the jobs are due. That way, between me and Emma, we're sending reminders on this job's coming up in the next 2 weeks. So if we need to order certain materials, this job's coming up next week. So on. I do the to-dos a lot. We do a lot of email reminders, and we do a lot of our scheduling, not only on the Element time on the calendar in there. We do a lot of it on our Outlook emails as well, so that we don't miss anything. Right now, as far as it's just Ben and I, and then Emma as our main admin and stuff. So we keep it all going. A lot of communication, and that's really it. I'm the one that kind of sends out the emails all throughout the day of reminders. That's really it. It's everywhere. Everything that we have, GG Pro, all of that, we use all of it between that and Excel. Just keep everything going that way.
Excellent. Sean,
Hey, Steph.
Kelly. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead, Bo.
So with with your lineup on your landscape installs, I know that you went through all the to-dos. Do you actually have that kind of set out? Because I've been trying to get that all together so my landscape side flows more fluidly than what it is. Do you have something together?
So we do a ton of landscaping for a national builder, and so we actually have a schedule that they give out to us. It's made out throughout the whole year, but like every week we look at that and we plug in our work for the following week every Thursday. So for that, we have everything. I have it all. It's all scheduled in the calendar, and we have it in for our landscape team, our irrigation team. We also do the grading. So we have it all separated by the tasks, and they each know, because we plug it in the calendar for what day that we're doing it. So they each know, on the irrigation team, they'll just go on and see what their stuff is, and they'll go to those jobs. The same thing with, you know, the grader, landscape complete, all of that stuff. So we have like a whole system with that. Now for some of our landscape jobs, you know, for just, you know, landscape on the residential side, we kind of set it up the same way. I can definitely show you what our stuff looks like if you want to like reach out and just kind of tell me what you guys do. Huh?
I'm reaching right now.
Well, I don't know if everybody else wants to hear and see everything, but I mean, I can like send you like little clips of what our stuff looks like, how it works, because that itself can really get lost, like you're saying. So we really worked on, in the office, we really worked on getting everything organized for our landscape teams. Because like I said, it's the sod install, the landscape complete, the grading, the irrigation, there's just so many different tasks, and it was getting too confusing and it wasn't on a board anywhere, and they kind of just knew where they were going, but it was very hard for us to track everything here, which there's a lot of extra billing that we do get from it, from tracking, so it's really important. So like I said, I can send you like snippets of what it looks like, kind of what you do, what you're having a hard time with. I mean, whichever, or we can do it now, whichever.
and Bo,
well, I mean, we'll go ahead. Yeah.
The to-dos, we use that more for just admin stuff that we have to do. We don't use that for employees, time foremen. So that's where you'll get a little tricky if you try to do a bunch of to-dos.
Yeah.
No, I'm good with what I give to them. It's just getting all the, you know, we're like 2 years in, let's say, and now we've got a designated guy that's rolling, and we're pulling in, you know, I know all y'all said 50, we do 60%, and then we roll on from there. But anyway, so then it's just stepping through is all I'm looking for. So I need to get I got the Ben part, I need the Stephanie part too.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
I don't know what your office side looks like or anything like that, but once we get a deposit, I know there's wait lists and there's all of that stuff, but once we get a deposit, we'll either wait list it, or I just go ahead and I schedule it on my calendar. If I tell someone 3 to 4 weeks, I schedule it on my calendar. I'll usually just throw them in on a Saturday on the last week that we promised them. That way we kind of just flip back and forth, and we're like, okay, this is what's coming up. And then, like I said, I kind of have an Excel sheet where I have it all organized of what's coming up, you know, with the landscape jobs that are coming, just to keep it organized because it can't get lost. Go ahead.
Is there a time you and I can talk? Because I'd love to pick your mind and get that Excel spreadsheet, and you walk me through it and just say, this is what we do. Because I'm beating my head on the wall right now.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, we'll get together and do that. I'll get your email, and then we can email and figure out a good day and time.
Same for the old Kellys there, Stephanie.
All right, I'll just stick my email in the chat, and you guys all just reach out, email me, and then we'll just figure out what works out for everybody and get together and go over all of that.
Hey, Bo.
Beautiful.
I think we may need to take a trip to South Carolina.
Yeah, we have a great beach too.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, just let me know when.
All right.
Hey, so Get a hotel. No, but I'm sleeping in your house. So in case you guys want to know for information, your guys' email addresses or anything, they're on the actual Southeast Owners Contact Info Excel spreadsheet that I sent in with this meeting. So that's good. Sean O'Kelly, he's in the booth.
Yes,
it looks like you're in the sound booth.
I am in the fire hall. I'm doing a report right now. So what's going on?
I just wanted to reach out and ask you about in regards to your down payments. So I know that some folks do 50-50, some folks do 60% down, 20% first day, and 20% at the end. What do you guys do for all your project work?
We do 50-50. We do 50 before we get started and do 50 when we're done.
Okay.
So seems to work out pretty good for us.
And cash flow, does it work out?
We even try to get that. Go ahead.
In regards to cash flows, does cash flow work out well with the 50-50, even on your larger jobs that you're doing? I know you're doing a couple of very large
we don't
jobs.
really have any. We don't have any issues with that for the most part. Even our commercial contractors, we get them to give us some sort of down payment. It might only be 25%. We got a pretty large job coming up in a couple of months, and I'm kind of stressing out a little bit about that one because it's going to be a little bit more out than we're used to. So, but we'll figure that one out.
Okay.
But it's a company that we've done 4 or 5 jobs for already, so we feel pretty good about it.
Locally, yeah.
So.
If you guys have contacts that you've made, with different hotel branches or anything like that, please feel free to put it out to the actual region itself, or even on the Facebook group if you guys want to send it out. There's a lot of folks going around right now with commercial success on picking up maintenance contracts through different restaurants, different hotel chains, those type of things. Just please feel free to communicate to one another. That'd be fantastic. It's very helpful. All right, so real quick, the Grounds Guys lead playbook. This is something that I myself spent some time on, but it actually came from Bo Tanner's production manager. And he actually came up with the whole process. He wrote it all out. Bo and I then worked together on cleaning some of the things up. And then I took the lead playbook and made it on the Grounds Guys commercial side, right? Made it all Grounds Guys, put all of our internal processes to it. And then I got it approved through the team before I was able to send it out. How many of you guys are actually utilizing the lead playbook? Thumbs up. How many? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So in regards to that, we all need to be utilizing it. There's so many of you out there that have bigger shops and multiple people that we need to be utilizing the lead playbook. 100%.
Can you send that out again?
What's that?
Can you send that out again?
Yeah, so it's actually attached to the monthly meeting, the owners meeting. So you can just open up your owners meeting, the first one for this month, and it's attached along with the owner's information. So right now I'm also a part of the South and the North and South of the Carolinas. As you can see, there's quite a few folks on the call here from there, only a couple actually. But they'll be joining us throughout the time until we bring on a few new FBCs, which will be at the middle of this month. And then we'll get them trained up and then we'll go from there. All right, are there any other questions in regards to lead playbook? Brandon, you guys, the benefit to you guys haven't opened yet. Alan, utilize your time, get into it, and drill yourself on it, educate yourself immensely. And for those of you that have leads and aren't using it, which are a lot, please utilize it. I just talked to Gainell today, and Travis down in, everybody knows Travis, right? Down in the Houston area. They actually just started implementing it last week, and they've had great success from it. So I'm very excited to see one of our top guns actually starting to utilize it, and they're seeing success from it. So probably next month, I would love for you guys to be able to tell me how it's going with the lead playbook and your leads. So please get out there and implement it. And I love some follow-up, okay? All right, in regards to next quarter, next season, how many of you guys are focusing on fall cleanups? Yay, no? I guess a lot of folks leave cleanups, all those Atlanta areas.
We are.
Yep, Havana is. Yep.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you guys have a lot of trees and a lot of leaves. So it's coming up quick, as well as holiday lighting is coming up quick as well. Please understand it's just literally right around the corner. All right, so our holiday lighting training, and then if you guys are going to do fall cleanups and you guys have questions, if you're new in that area, Alan, you're going to be dealing with Bo Tanner next week, so you can pick his brain all about that. But if you guys have questions or concerns about cleanups and how others do it and how they make money and they're profitable at it, please shoot them a call or an email. Utilize their time. And again, projects are going to be hopefully pushing heavy and hard through the winter season. That's what I'm hoping for, even through a wet time. Obviously, through the rain season of Florida, and I guess our rain season as well, because that's what we've been getting the last month. Just communicate to your customers over and over and over again, right? Always communicate. Always leave that line open. All right, then questions for you guys. What all do you guys want to see talked about and communicated next month on our next month's call? What are some things that are near and dear that you really wanted to talk about and discuss?
Hey, Marcus.
Oh, yes.
You remember what I asked you earlier?
I do.
What was the cash flow on landscape projects and money management?
Yes. Yep, I have it written down.
You can probably read it out because I don't remember exactly what I said. Because I can't remember what I said 5 minutes ago.
You said best practices on project cash flow. So we hit a little bit of it, understanding that you want to take 50% down no matter what the size of the project, right? And that's going to help on our cash flow up front. Again, if you guys are needing more cash flow, then go ahead and ask for 60% down, right? You can do the 60-20-20 rule, 60% down, 20% after the first day of completion, and then 20% at the end.
Is that related to what you attached to the owners meeting? It says cash flow detailed. That's the only attachment I see on the meeting.
Yeah, so that was one of the things I attached. All the other ones, if you open the original, Phil, that was the one I sent today, but the original had all the other three.
Okay, I'll try it again. I looked in my deleted box and it still only had that one. All right.
Okay. If it doesn't come through, just let me know. In fact, when I get off, I'll send you guys all the info, the lead playbook. I also sent the cash flow, detailed cash flow, so you guys can go through. That's helpful as well. All right. Anything else that you want to touch base on next month? We talked a little bit about sod, which was nice today. Anybody else have any other questions or concerns? No, I'll have to come up with them on my own. All right, I can do that. I can do that fairly well. All right, fun in the process. Who has the best 4th of July story? Anything happen, like crazy happen, fun? Anything? It's got to be something good.
I cooked a beef brisket for the first time.
Yeah, Annie lives in Florida.
I sent it out on the family page. I said, and all the Texas people out there, this Florida boy nailed it. And it's the first time I ever cooked it, and it came out awesome. Took me all day.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, I'll be there the second week of September, Carl, so be prepared. I'll be ready for some brisket. So
I had to cut the sucker in thirds because it was like, this big, and I cut it up into thirds. So I got more.
So I got woken up by Mark Reeves on Saturday.
Oh no.
Exactly, that's what I thought. Turns out My Ring Central number is a wrong number for an auto glass repair shop. And he was looking for a glass repair for a family member.
Oh my, that's awesome.
And he got my voicemail, and I called him right back, and I was like, or we got on the phone, and we ended up, talking for a while, but it was just crazy.
That's a great wake-up call right there. Mark Reeves calling you. Everybody be up on their toes. Oh, I love it. All right, make sure everybody, if you have questions for reunion, to reach out to Heather. Everybody needs to get on the bandwagon and get signed. Real quick, if you have not gotten your hotel room, the flow through hotel that we're utilizing next door as well, it's almost completely booked. So if you haven't gotten your hotel rooms and haven't gotten a definitive answer from Heather, email back and find out for sure.
What's the flow through hotel?
It's like our overflow
I didn't know there was
hotel. Yeah, we have to do that. We've always done it, but this year especially, we've had a lot more people coming in reunion. It's going to be our largest as the brand so far.
Well, we're supposed to book the hotel separately, right? So what does Heather have to do with it?
If you have questions or concerns, she can help you.
Okay.
With links or numbers or however. Okay. Heather is the go-to. She's our go-to. No, so we actually have the most grounds guys right now signed up than we ever have for reunion, but so has every other brand, right? So COVID has helped with that immensely, but it's going to be a great time. So please make sure and sign up. All right, holiday lighting tomorrow and Thursday, 1 to 5. Town hall is next week on the 14th, 1 to 2. Especially for my region, I would hope that all of you guys were to show up. That would be a huge blessing. I love our region to be successful and to continue that. So please be on the town hall meeting. Any other questions, concerns before I let you guys go?
Hey Marcus, I'm curious if anybody has experience with hydro seeding I could talk to.
Sean O'Kelly.
All right, I can call him later then. I'm going to call you, Sean.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, give me a call later, John. We'll talk about it.
Excellent. Thanks.
Pretty cool.
There you go. Mr. Sean O'Kelly, Hydro Seeding King over there. Yes, Wayne.
Yeah, Cliff Rock is having some training in New Orleans next week. Just FYI. MICKEYMOUSE.
If you guys are unaware of what that is, Wayne, you want to tell them what that is real quick?
Cliff Rock is a concrete fabrication system. You can put it in panels to build outdoor kitchens. You can we've constructed some water features. Corey is really good at it. Fireplaces. So my screen right here keeps talking, yep. But anyway, there's a lot of things that you can do with it. If you want to reach out to Corey or myself, we can. Susie will gladly give you some more descriptive information.
That's right. And it's called Cliff Rock. So if you guys have seen Corey's posting of the fountain right next to the slide on the Facebook group, have you guys all seen that? I'm sure you have. That's what Cliff Rock is. So it's actual business. The nice thing about that, Wayne, they also have trainings that they'll come on site, right? So if you're new, they'll be able to come help you or come around your location, correct?
If you get a project that's large enough, they'll put together a program for you where they'll come in and bring other trainees. I mean, we've been to 4 of them, and this will probably be our 5th one. You keep rotating your crew so that they all get a little experience. The job that Susie sold last night will go to this to prep the guys so that when we start building panels, you don't have to build them on site. You can build them in your shop on rainy days like we're having plenty of, and construct them, put them together at the site. So I'm excited about this build because I always like to challenge myself and go just a little bit further. This time Susie did it. She just kept pushing how nice it's going to be. So it'll be interesting. But the training would be something that you guys, even if you just go to one day, learn something about it. It's
So,
just different income flow.
do you guys have future dates for training by any chance?
We
That's a
don't.
rep. Okay.
We might. This project's so tight where it's at in the yard. I'd rather not have too many people there. But Susie has one that she wants here, so we might schedule something later in the year. Maybe when it's cooler.
Yeah, when you guys go ahead and do that, please let me know at least a month in advance, and I'll let everybody know. And we'll let everybody know on Facebook as well, and get other owners out of our region as well to be a part of that.
Okay.
That'd be great. Biloxi has a nice airport too, so fly right in, which is nice. That's where I'm flying in. All right. Any other questions, concerns? Anybody else? All right, nothing. Everyone's good. All right, no 4th of July stories. That's kind of a bummer. No like blow up stories or anything. We could probably ask Sean. He's a firefighter.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of stories for the 4th of July. I worked that night at Fire
you
Hall,
did.
so I had a cop car chasing hit a telephone pole, chasing a shooting suspect, and as the shooting suspect was riding down the road, he shot another guy that was standing in a Circle K or a convenience store, and they wrecked 4 cop cars that night. So pretty interesting. So it's fun.
Anybody top that?
Is that interesting enough?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I had a drug overdose that day too. So I had a guy who, if you want, I can tell your kids all kinds of stories why not to use drugs.
Yeah.
So I had a guy OD. So yeah, it was an interesting day.
Eventful. Alan, do you have something?
Well, I'm not really after that, but I didn't get to shoot any fireworks, but I blew some spark plugs right out of my motor in my boat. But other than that,
At least something went bang.
yeah, it went bang, went boom, boom. So we'll see how
We-
tall it's gonna be.
We had a lot of rain, so I shot a lot of things up in the air. A lot. My neighbors love me now. All right, guys. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. We'll see you at training for holiday lighting as well as the town hall next week. Any questions, concerns, shoot me an email. Peace.